start with Lock and Chase. This is a classic Atari 2600 game from 1981. Yeah, believe it or not, published by Mattel. So, love distinct shape. Okay, now we're Smurf back and forth, back and forth. I love it. We're just gonna quickly clean up Chase, and whatever gets the most votes will be our second choice, our next clean. So first things first, this is your first time tuning in to Cleanin Carts. We're just gonna quickly scrub the outside as much as we can, get 4 years of grime and dirt off here. Hey, welcome, Dr. Pepper. Hey, thanks, man. I think I'm up to, quite a lot of games, but these 10 are my newest additions to the collection. And not the cleanest games, but it's kind of cool the way that I found them. I bought a stack of Atari 2600 games from a Play It Again, downtown Columbus. And one of the cartridges I could not get to work. No matter how much I cleaned it, I just couldn't get it to work. So I took it back, and they were gracious enough to just let me trade it in. And I found that I paid $7 for that cartridge, and I was able to cash it in and buy all 10 of these for the same price of that one cartridge. So it was quite a deal, and I was pretty excited. Some of these games I've never even played before. So, okay, so I see Pac-Man and Smurf are going to be our next two games. I'm just going to close the poll so you can see in here. So right now I'm just trying to put some isopropyl alcohol on the contacts here and wipe off any grime to make sure that we can play the game. And it's getting quite a lot of nastiness off there. So, yeah, as long as there's clear contact on there, these games seem to last like almost forever, right? At least 40 years, no problem. But you know, when they get grime and you're not able to make like a clean connection, then the game doesn't play. There's Lock and Chase. We're gonna let it dry right here and move on to the next, which I know is tied Smurf and Pac-Man Jr. And let's see. Let's go with Smurf. So what I love about this cart, number one, it's white, right? It's like off. It's not a standard cart. It's produced by Coleco. So typically these games that Coleco produced were developed for ColecoVision and then adapted for Atari eventually later. So video game cartridge for use with the Atari video computer system and Sears Video Arcade, which is one and the same. But yeah, let's get in there and clean it out. And this one actually doesn't look too bad. I think the hilarious thing about this game is it's called Smurf. Sing, right? It's not Smurfs, it's Smurf. Rescue in Gargamel's Castle. So I like have a faint recollection of playing this game as a kid. I remember jumping over like a river. Yeah, it's not even Smurfs, right? It's just Smurf. And I feel like at the very, at the last level or whatever, the last screen, you're going to have to save Smurfette from Gargamel. You know it. But yeah, Smurf, I love it when they always, like, when they adapt these classic IPs, like Smurfs, into an Atari 2600 game. I think that's freaking awesome. I think they made a Bugs Bunny game, a Taz game. And if we just want to talk about IPs in general, I mean, we got MASH right here from 20th Century Fox. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. If you have Atari 2600 carts, clean them up, man. And if you're going to be out there cleaning them anyways, why not live stream it, right? Do you have a decent collection, Dr. Pepper? Nice. Yeah, man, I'd love to hear about it. I've got upwards of like 100 games. So I'm just getting started actually. But I mean, I'm just relying on, let's see, let's go to Pac-Man Jr. I'm just relying on rummage sales and antique shops and that sort of thing, like used game shops as well. Um, but yeah, just trying to find used games and sometimes games retail for these old Atari games go for a pretty penny, right? But I'm not really all about that. I want to keep them clean. I want to take care of them, you know, and I want to appreciate the art. But man, I want to play the game, and so honestly, I'll pass on a game if it's like $3 or $4. A lot of times, found some rare ones. Sweet. Like I said, I lucked out and got these 12 games for $6, I think, plus tax at the local plate again. They have like downtown Columbus on North High Street. They have a plate against uh, games. They had an entire wall of Atari 2600 games. This must be like 1,000 games. A lot of like commons, but you know, some cool ones too. Okay, so that's Junior Pac-Man, and the Junior Pac-Man. Let's see if the year is on here. Oh yeah, 1988. So this is a later game, right? I think Nintendo came out in '89, if I'm not mistaken. So this is right before the Nintendo NES came out, and not played this game in forever. But if I recall correctly, it's like the one where the camera follows your character. So as you move up, the camera moves up. So it's like it's a little more advanced than Miss Pac-Man or the original OG Pac-Man game. Okay, let's go with Video Olympics, and this one's in good shape. Use standard paddle controllers. So I love the games that are use the paddle rather than the joystick. Do you have any paddle games, Dr. Pepper? Like the classic ones would be, I think, Combat, of course, Pong, Warlord. Um, is it Night Driver, the car game that uses the paddle too? Oh man, yeah, I've been live streaming my gameplay, and so far I think I've done about 35 games, and I've not done any. Yeah, I've not done any paddle games yet. I gotta pull out a knife so that for these ones they have the dust guard on there, which is nice, but makes it a little tougher to clean. Just gotta push down that guard, pinch it like that, then you can get in there and clean the chip. Let's put a little isopropyl, 91%. Damn. Yeah, there's some nastiness on this one. It's cool, man. I've been reading a little bit about Atari 2600, and I guess I had forgotten that Steve Jobs and Wozniak actually created Breakout, the arcade game, and they were involved with Atari initially early on. Oh, wow. Eli's Ladder? I've never played that. That's awesome, man. I'd love to see some gameplay of that. So that one's clean. It was pretty clean to begin with, but we just wiped it down and made sure that is, it's not too bad. So I'm going to go with MASH next. Because, again, man, I'm just a big fan of the IPs, right? So, like, 20th Century Fox produced a MASH game for the Atari 2600 in 1983, the year I was born. It's one of the only educational Atari games. Sweet. Oh, that's cool, man. Actually, I have one game that's all math. It's what is it? Fast Math, I think is the title. Not entirely sure. Something math. It might be Fast Math. But Yeah, it just shows a bunch of like multiplication. There's multiple different settings, but it's quick math problems that you have to solve. That's all there is to it. Yeah, MASH is looks awesome. Produced by 20th Century Fox, which is very cool. Their logos on the back of the cart, which is sweet. The gameplay on this, I think you have to like you play as a helicopter and you have to like go out into the field, which is randomly generated with like rocks and trees, and there's tanks firing at you, and you have to save. You have to save as many people as you can and get them back to like to the mash, whatever, to the tent. And it goes on 2 players too. I believe it's a 2-player game. This one's got some nasty cobwebs inside. You gotta get those out of there, man. Yeah, thanks, man. You too. Rock on, brother. Subscribe to the channel if you get a chance, man. I go live and clean carts every so often. I also go live and play Atari games. So hopefully I'll talk to you soon, man. Enjoy your night. All right, if you're just tuning in, we are cleaning the MASH cartridge from 1983 for the Atari 2600. Once I get this cleaned out, I'm gonna just I'm gonna let it dry overnight, and then tomorrow I'm gonna check it out and see if I can get them to play. Whenever I get a new game, whenever I find an old Atari game in the wild, I like to clean it out before I put it inside of my system. Okay, there's MASH. All right, now this is Enduro, I think is how you say that. It's pretty damaged, man. The label's torn here, and we have some handwriting on here, somebody's initials. And not only that, but look inside of there. There's nastiness inside there. So we're going to give it a good scrub. Not much you can do, you know, except for just hit it with a disinfectant wipe. If there's any buildup, I can hit it with like the goo be gone or whatever, but it's not a lot on the outside here, so throw that out. Okay, time to tackle the inside.